Good morning, adventurers.
Well, good morning.
It's actually not that good of a morning because the RV won't start.
I know.
Dang
Gosh. So, as we have said previously, we're supposed to be taking this old gal up to Chicago to get major engine work done and a bunch of other stuff. But you can't do that if it doesn't run and you can't drive it.
Yeah, and I mentioned in a previous video how I actually had to get the carburetor rebuilt, and then I reinstalled the carburetor myself, so maybe I did something wrong. I don't know. It was running pretty good, but I'm at the end of my rope with it, so I'm not going to spend time chasing it down, trying to figure it out myself. We're going to get this sucker towed to a mechanic, get it up to snuff, and then it's off to Chicago.
But the very good news is, because we thought we were going to have this gal out on the road, we have been busting our booties trying to get everything done and tightened up so that we could drive it and be out in the elements. So at least the outside is officially 100%-ish sealed. It's all sealed up.
So tomorrow we're going to have the tow truck driver come, grab this old gal, and take it to a mechanic in town. There's actually some other stuff I wanted them to look at as well before we go on the long trip up to Chicago, so I'm not sure how long it's going to be in the shop. And we actually made a bunch of plans in the Chicago area. We're actually up in Wisconsin is where we were going to go.
Yeah, we figured while it was getting worked on in Chicago, we would do some road tripping. We don't want to cancel all of those plans, so while it's in the shop down here, we're just going to go to Wisconsin anyway and do some road tripping.
Yeah, sadly, not with the RV like we planned, but that's all right. We'll be out on the road with this gal at some point in the near-ish future.
All right, but we kind of have a full day ahead of us. We have to clean the inside of the RV because we've gotten it very dirty. We need to clean up the shop a little bit so we can get the RV out of here. And I think we're going to try to take all the cabinet doors off now that we fitted them and finally sand them and get them stained. I think we maybe have the color in mind that we want to do.
So it'll be a nice project to do while it's in the shop before we hit the road.
Exactly. We're trying to think of things that we can do here without the RV. So cabinet doors definitely, but we're trying to make the most of a bad situation. So we'll see how it goes.
Positive, right?
Yeah, positive. Having a big old RV that doesn't run is so cool. That's great.
That's all right. We'll get it fixed. It'll be good as new.
So good.
Most of these old trailers and RVs will have these drip guards, just like this one right up there. This one came on the RV, but a lot of times they have them on the windows and stuff, which we think is a really good idea because it stops the water from like pouring into the window. They actually sell this on Amazon. However, the reviews are absolutely horrible. They don't ship them properly, so they always arrive mangled, and people just say they're generally pretty poor quality. We found the only other website that offers these. They found a metal fabricator that makes these, but of course, these aren't gonna work because they're polar white. And that will not do.
Could work, but it's not the look we're going for.
Yeah, we want the aluminum vintage feel. So they have a whole tutorial on their website for removing the paint on these and restoring them back to their original aluminum finish.
And you'll never guess what you used to do that.
Let's go do a little demo. So here's what you do. You get yourself a handy propane torch, turn it on. Oh yeah, and you burn it off, baby. Believe it or not, this works. If you watch it, it gets to this point, see where it turns that stark white right there, or kind of yellow white? That's when it's good to go. So you go down this whole thing like this, and then it just wipes right away. And done.
And that's all you have to do to get a vintage style drip guard.
You can see the paint is already starting to just chip off down here. Check this out. Look at that. Just washes right off.
It's so shiny. I love it.
Man, science. It's so cool.
You have to be careful because if it gets too hot, it does kind of ruin the aluminum.
Yes, there is a balancing act to the whole thing, and I've only mastered on the very last one.
Drip guards officially installed. Come at us, Rain. I dare ya. Actually, don't come too harshly at us.
Yeah,
though.
we're still afraid to have this thing out in the elements, but we're gonna have to do it eventually.
I know. And these were definitely just an extra precaution we took. I don't think a lot of people nowadays maybe put these on, but these would have been what an older model would have had actually. They do it just like this. So we didn't want to go putting a bunch of holes in the RV. So for most of these, we just have a screw on each end to really make sure it stays on there and doesn't go flying off. And then we have some butyl tape behind that, and then we have sealed the top of it with sealant. So it should keep any water from flowing down onto our beautiful windows. It just should be extra sealed tight, which is, I don't know. Sorry. We're just really scared of water getting in this, is what I'm trying to say. So we went above and beyond, I think. This one's a little funny. It's joined in the middle. They don't actually make a piece that's as big as this window. So I guess typical back in the day, you would just join two, which is what we had to do here.
The guy who sells this is what he said that you should do, is just kind of join them in the middle like this. So we just kind of made this up.
Yeah.
And we put an extra screw in this one, just for good measure. What's going on over here?
Just making new best friends. Hired us a little helping hand.
What are you doing in here, buddy?
Just making sure our wood stays nice and dry.
I got precious cargo here. Should we put him far away from the garage?
Yeah.
Should we,
little feller.
what should we name him?
Frogmore.
Frogmore. That's
Frogmore.
perfect. Come on, get out of there, little guy.
Here
There you
he
go.
goes.
Ribbit. All right, you're on your own now, Frogmore. It's nice knowing
Okay,
you.
bye. Love you.
You ready to get this sucker towed?
I guess, so it can be working, but I'm pretty sour about it.
Yeah. We're all strapped in and ready to roll, you guys. The RV's too tall, so we can't put it on the bed back here. So he has to tow it like this. But they put the straps around it. They put the safety chain on there in case it breaks away on the road. And then I guess we'll follow him to the mechanic.
Hopefully it's only a few miles away. Shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, and hopefully as we're driving, there aren't like bits and pieces falling off of it. That's my nightmare, literally. You guys, this is Pete. He's our tow truck guy. Oh, yeah, from Woolers. If you need a tow, this is where you go. That should be your slogan. You need a tow, this is where you go. All right, we're gonna follow right behind you. Take it nice and slow and steady. At first, he didn't want to be on camera, and then he was like, well, I mean, if you want to get a picture with me, that's cool. So I figured we'd give him a little intro in the video.
Pete, yeah.
I'm actually really nervous right now. I don't know why. I mean, he's done this a million times, but it's just scary seeing it all strapped in behind the tow truck like that. We made it. Hooray.
Oh.
Man, that thing was bouncing around a lot, you guys. It was a little nerve-wracking watching it. All right, you guys. There she will stay until they can get it in the shop and actually work on it.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a while, sadly. Every shop in town is way backed up, so.
Yeah, so it kind of sucks, but we're not gonna get down about it. We're gonna go out of town, like we said. We're gonna go have ourselves some adventures while this girl is being worked on, getting up to snuff, at least drivable. And then it's up to Chicago.
Yep,
it's all gonna work out, you guys.
Luckily, all the issues she has, the mechanic seems to think it's no big deal, so.
Yeah, and he's worked on it before,
Yeah.
so. This is the old abandoned bowling alley that we used to go to all the time when we were kids. And now it's completely destroyed.
Aw, man.
Dang. What a shame.
I know.
It's kind of sad to see it like that.
I know, it's a shame.
Can you guys tell that we're nervous about leaving it here?
I can't look back anymore. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be too sad.
Out of sight, out of mind. While the RV is in the shop, we figure we got some staining to do. So we took all of our cabinet fronts and our counters out of the RV. We are going to sand the heck out of these suckers. We're gonna stain the heck out of these suckers. Then we're gonna protect them with a bunch of polyurethane. First order of business is we got a lot of sanding to do. You have a lot of sanding to do.
Me? I think I gotta do something way far over here. Okay. Oh, God.
Would you guys believe us if we told you that the hardest part of this renovation has been deciding on stains and top coats? Look what we've collected. Out of all of these, we've only actually used like 2 of these in the RV. Can you believe that? Any other fellow amateurs out there, you guys will have to let us know if you've done much staining. And if it was as tough to settle on a final look for you guys as it was for us, we were originally going to go with this early American stain and poly. We wanted to put our own polyurethane on top of it to do multiple coats and make it super protected. So we got early American, just regular old stain, and we're gonna put our own top coat on this. However, this is early American with the polyurethane built in. This is early American, just the stain. They look exactly the same,
This is
don't
the
they?
exact same edge-glued pine, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Can you believe this? So at this point, when we saw this, we were pretty frustrated, you guys, and we kind of had to hit the drawing board because this, while I think this looks freaking awesome, it's a little too dark. And you guys have seen, we kind of almost accidentally made it a little bit too dark in the RV. So we're trying to brighten it up. So these are out of here. These ain't gonna work. We ultimately settled on Ipswich pine, baby. Yeah, and we're putting it on pine.
Yeah.
We really like the color that it gave us because we wanted to just darken the wood a little bit, make it look a little bit more mature, but still have some bright tones and not be super dark like that early American was that you guys saw. I know that you guys are probably gonna have a bunch of opinions about all the aesthetic and stuff, and hey, to each their own, but we really like how this turned out.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, so this is gonna be kind of our wood accent for all of our cabinet doors, maybe our countertops too, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be too much wood, I don't know. We'll see, stay tuned.
So we mentioned that pine is a soft wood, so we actually put a wood conditioner on first, which is specifically for sealing soft wood for even color, because if you don't do this, pine will absorb the color at different rates and it gets really splotchy and really nasty. So we did this, and I think the result turned out pretty well. I mean, it's still...
I think we're fans of the wood conditioner. Not everyone does it, but we're fans of it.
No, it's still a little splotchy as you can see, but in a cool way, not in a really nasty amateur way.
Although, let's be clear.
Oh,
this is very
we're
amateur.
still amateur, but we're trying. So y'all know how I just mentioned how pine needs a wood conditioner, otherwise it might get splotchy? Well, we just realized we didn't wood condition this side. So I don't know how we freaking missed it.
You can see the edges of where it bled over and we just completely forgot and we were wondering, why is this side so dark? So that's without wood conditioner and that's with it. Holy cow.
That's insane how different.
So wood conditioner from here on out.
I'm thinking we could just sand this down and it's gonna be okay. But lesson learned, don't forget freaking wood conditioner. Yo, we're headed to get coffee and just wanted to drive by our little gal and check on her. She looks okay.
No broken windows.
No.
But they also haven't started working on it yet.
It's okay, it's just been one day. They'll get to it eventually, yeah?
What do you guys think of my Budweiser hat? Ooh, it's almost the 4th of July. This seemed appropriate.
Very American.
Yeah. So we're a little bit bummed that we ended up having to take the RV into the shop, but it's not all bad because it gives us an opportunity to go out and have some more adventures.
Yeah.
You guys, we've been cooped up in that garage long enough. Dang it. We're getting out, getting some fresh air.
Now that it's summertime, we're excited to get on the road, out into the sunshine.
Yeah. And if you're wondering why there's a million boxes back here, we're taking the recycling.
Yeah.
From all the stuff we've been buying for the RV.
Oh God, yeah, so many boxes.
And this isn't the end of the RV adventures. We have something RV related coming up in our next video.
Ooh,
You'll just have to stay tuned to see what it is.
But yeah, we're gonna go home and get all cleaned up, do some laundry, and we'll be on the road tomorrow, y'all.
It's gonna feel weird to be back on the road for a little bit.
We weren't gonna leave for a few more days, but now that the RV's in the shop, we're doing it real fast, so we gotta get home and get to packing. I'm a little nervous, but it's gonna be fine. Goodbye, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.